house is a place where after a tiring day, you would like to relax and have a good night's sleep. A place where your family and friends spend some quality time together and make tons of memories. But to a selected type of people, houses mean more than that. It can be a method to boast their income, since making a house is quite expensive in today's time. But the houses we are going to discuss in this video are going to be totally bizarre. Enjoy watching the top 10 craziest houses located in the most impossible places. Number 10, Croft House. Alright, so everyone needs a house that blends into the locality properly, nothing too flashy about it, right? Well, to start off our list, we have a house with the same principle, but it takes blending in another step forward. Croft House is located in Victoria, Australia, and it is the peak of minimalism. The design of the house is so silent that it blends perfectly with the mountains of the area. The Croft House is luxurious in its own ways. You can find designer and amazing furniture in the house. It was designed by James Stockwell, and his ambition was to make a house that blends in its surroundings. The Croft House is perfectly that. The house was made using zinc and compressed sand, which gives it a strong structure. For lighting, there are plenty of large windows which provide plenty of sunlight to come in and illuminate the house naturally. It also uses solar power, which makes the house really sustainable. As a result, we get a house which is green, the living cost is low, and provides quality and luxury as well. Croft House is unique in its own way, and many masses appreciate the idea. Number 9, Clock House. Clock House is located in Brooklyn, New York. If the area isn't iconic enough for you, the building surely is. The house is worth around $25 million, and as the name suggests, it is a gigantic clock, which was later transformed into a residential area, and oh boy, is it beautiful. It was originally built by cardboard manufacturers, and David Willantis transformed it into the penthouse we know today. The clock house delivers a quality experience, as you can witness a complete 360-degree view of the city around you. The area offered in this house is also bizarre, as you get 6,813 square feet of space. Now, I know that it will be hard to travel up and down in this house. I mean, it has so much space. But don't worry, as they have a sweet little glass elevator installed as well. The best part of this clock house? It is the massive clock, of course. As I said, the house has a 360-degree view of the city. It also has clock windows in all 4 directions. These are 14 feet high glass windows, which make the quality of the view even more pretty. Number 8, Keret House. In the past few decades, architecture has had massive, tall, and wide buildings. The next building in our top 10 list might be high, but not at all wide. Keret House is probably the slimmest house that has ever existed. Sandwiched between 2 huge buildings, the Keret House is sure to remind you of the movie Up. While people are trying to make bigger and wider houses, which is leading to many environmental problems, the Keret House is a message to everyone. Keret House is made in Warsaw, Poland by architect Jakub Szczesny. Don't call me crazy, I cross-checked so many times, but the widest point in the house is just 60 inches. If that doesn't amaze you, I don't know what will. Despite that the house is narrow, you will feel nothing wrong with it once you step in. It is so well engineered that you will not be able to feel that you are lacking anything at all. Clearly, it had its own challenges to make. All the furniture had to be custom made and installed. If you like to stay alone, this is the perfect place to be, since it is designed to boost your productivity. There are some ladders and stairs that will help you move from one room to another. The house has been able to gain so much coverage that it is now a tourist icon. The next time you visit Poland, make sure to witness the Keret House. Number 7, Airplane House. What happens to airplanes when they get tired of carrying passengers from one place to another? They just retire and become a good adobe for a select few. Hey, it's on the list of craziest houses, so don't call me crazy. It is definitely true, as you can see. Airplanes can be turned into really beautiful houses, and many people have made some pretty hotels on them too. All you need is to find a good spot, an abandoned airplane, and some flooring. The houses are pretty and totally convenient too. Take a look at this sweet home with 2 bedrooms which is in Costa Rica. With the tropical rainforest on its sides, you can now enjoy how good this idea is. Not only the airplane house gives you a decent living experience, it also helps to remove junk as well. So you are also helping save the environment if you choose to build one. And if you do, make sure to invite me too. Number 6, Pole House. If you ever go to Australia and want to experience that ocean for a long time, then you should definitely visit the Pole House. It is so sophisticated, yet so simple. It is a house which is built on top of a hill slope, and to do that, they built a pole first. They put the house on the top of the pole, and finally they added a bridge to connect the house and the road. Simple, right? The Pole House provides a spectacular view of the Australian beauty. You get to see the best possible view of the blue ocean, and you can enjoy it in luxury. Don't worry, the house is pretty solid, and there is a 13-meter high pylon to support the building. Pole House has become one of the most iconic houses in Australia and the number 6 on our list. Number 5, Cliff House. Remember Tony Stark's house from Iron Man 2? That is what we are going to discuss in this section. That house was so iconic that it has now become a milestone for many enthusiasts. I mean, sometimes we all gotta get far from everyone and have a luxury home far away with a great view, don't we? The concept of Cliff House is the same. Cliff houses are built near the ocean where you witness perfect solitude mixed with a superb view and unmatched luxury. Cliff houses are really great. I would like to have one for myself too. No one to bother me at all. There are plenty of active projects to make a cliff house, but not very many have been successful. This is why it is still a concept, but it is crazy cool enough to be on our list. Number 4, Floating Seahorse. Now let us visit Europe in Dubai. Don't call me crazy, this house is crazy. Floating Seahorse is a house in the group Europe, in the collected named World, which is a collection of man-made islands. Phew, back to the house. Not only over the water, the Floating Seahorse is also a house for under the water. Yes, you can have your cup of coffee while watching the ocean in front of you. Dubai is the peak of luxury, and you can expect nothing less but luxury from the Floating Seahorse. Moreover, the idea of such a house is so famous now that many more people have started to work on similar projects. The best thing about this is that the Floating Seahorse will be able to give you shelter from a post-apocalyptic world which is suffering from tsunamis. Number 3, House on a Rock. A group of friends used to go swimming and then halted in the middle of the river on a rock. They found that the middle of the whole view was surreal. They were in the center of chaos, yet it was so lovely that it was pretty. So they started to stay on the place more frequently. Each time they used to bring wooden planks to sit on and something to protect them from the sunlight as well. Eventually, they thought to make a house on that rock, and this brings us to number 3 of our list, the house on the rock. If you want to enjoy the chaos of nature, which is beauty in its own way, then you have to visit the house on the rock. The name justifies what to expect. It is a simple house built on a rock. In addition to that, it is in the middle of a river called Drina. Soon after it showed up on the internet, it clearly blew up. Many people wanted to visit and witness the beauty of it. And surely, it soon became a tourist attraction. The House of Rock is a simple yet interesting house. You get to witness Mother Nature being surrounded in the wild. So, if you want a Nirvana full vacation, make sure to visit the House on the Rock in Serbia. Number 2, Falling Water. If you like to go hiking, then you would know how some beautiful places get stuck in your head. Even after the trip, you cannot forget the beauty. Something similar led to the making of our number 2 in the list. Falling Water is a house which is built on an actual waterfall. Before you say the house is deteriorating the natural beauty, let me tell you, it does not. Just like the Croft House, Falling Water also respects nature around it and blends in perfectly. The house is given an earthy color and respects the trees around it. You can find some creepers overlapping the house as well. The Falling Water has become so famous that it is considered to be a UNESCO World Heritage Site as well. It was built by Frank Lloyd Wright under the Kaufman family. The space used to be an abandoned summer camp owned by the same family. You might have seen some videos and TikToks from the house too. If you visit Pennsylvania, make sure to see this house for sure. Number 1, Bruno Steel House. Now, this is the most bizarre house on the list. Located in Texas, the Steel House is unique and you will not be able to relate this to anything in the world. Robert Bruno was the architect responsible for this house. As you may be able to see, it offers a pretty view of the canyon in front of it. He worked on this building for more than 30 years, but he passed away before he could complete it. So the house is more about a mystery. As I said, you will not be able to relate this house to anything. The reason being, Robert told he didn't get inspiration from anything worldly. He just wanted to use the steel and make a quality adobe, and no one has been able to justify what the house design actually means. It may look like an old car, or even a rocket ship, but we can't say for sure. This brings us to the end of our list. We hope you were able to enjoy the video. If you did, then make sure to subscribe for more such infotainment content. Thank you for watching.